Okay, so I'm going to get into a little bit into time management, which is a big part of like changing a lifestyle. But two things that I want to bring up first is that diet and exercise are equally important. A popular adage is that a healthy body is made in the gym just as much as it is in the kitchen. Just something to keep in mind. And also, um, sorry, I'm reading from my notes on the side. That's why I keep looking off to the side for no reason. Um, Moving heavy things will make your life better. Not everyone has the goal of deadlifting 700 pounds or like something crazy like that, but the children, elderly, everyone could receive an abundance of benefits from just moving heavy weights, basically. Things like mobility, osteoporosis, being independent, especially for elderly. Uh, you know, the quote here in the book is fear of becoming strong is inhuman. That's kind of weird, but still relevant, I guess. So a lot of times people say, I have such a busy schedule. How could I possibly work like all of this stuff into my daily routine? And that's a pretty good discussion. I mean, you figure 8 to 9 hours of sleep are totally mandatory, and another 8 hours of work is also pretty much necessary. And that's two-thirds of your day right there. So you only have a third of your day to balance family, errands, a social life, meals, exercise, recreation, all different types of things. That's a lot to manage. So what you really have to do is look in your schedule for room where you can consolidate. One of the best ways you could do that is to get your family and friends involved, and just imagine the difference between cooking a homemade meal and going for a walk on a nice day compared to a self-induced McDonald's coma in front of your TV. So just focus on the basics, be creative, and try to stay open-minded to that. When organizing, there's something called the 80-20 rule. It's basically a theory that says 80% of results are derived from 20% of the input. So think of that as you probably listen to 20% of your music collection 80% of the time, or 20% of your clothes get 80% of the wear. And you could debate the validity of that theory, but imagine you are able to get 80% of a pro athlete's workout, of a pro athlete's body by doing 20% of their workout. That 20% disparity there, that above and beyond, that's kind of what separates your average fitness guy from like bronzed guy in Speedo bodybuilder types. So that being said, if you could trim the fat from like some insane 90-minute workout and just get the ultimate 15-minute workout, it would obviously be a pretty worthwhile investment. So I'm going to look at something here, kind of like an example that you might find in like a fitness magazine or something. So it has here pull-ups, bicep curls, forearm extensions, tricep push-downs, lat pull-downs. Now, you don't have to know what any of those mean, but imagine if you got rid of the bicep curls, the forearm extensions, everything except for the pull-ups. Pull-ups simultaneously work every muscle that those other exercises do individually. So by focusing on pull-ups, you cut 4/5 of the workout out, and you still get 80% of those results. That's why I think it's so essential to focus on compound movements instead of single joint motions. They imitate how we move in real life, whether it's like swinging a bat or putting a box on a shelf, pushing a lawnmower, those kind of things. Just full body motions will give you the most efficient results. So you don't really have to worry about what 20% you should be sticking with just yet, but if you are curious, it's things like squats, lunges, push-ups, bench press, barbell rows, military overhead shoulder press, pull-ups, dips, anything that gets your whole body involved. Another note here is that I don't think you should necessarily worry about the numbers. Asking specific questions like how many grams of protein do I need, how many sets of this exercise do I do, it's not really necessary. It's not like one of those questions is going to be the deal breaker. They're all interdependent. So without consistency in one area, you won't really be getting the benefits of the others. And because of how little one matters, it shows how much all of them matter. So you don't want the numbers to be restrictive. If you tell yourself to do 5 sets of 5, you kind of set a barrier right away. And not that the 5 by 5 is necessarily easy or whatever, but maybe you could have done 5 by 12 or something like that. And I think it's better to listen to your body, keep a safe pace, and just always be honest with your own ability. Simultaneously, if you keep a log of every calorie you take in and every exercise you do, and you think that's going to help you, then by all means, that's something you should do, especially if you enjoy it. There's no reason you shouldn't. So the numbers, they could be your best friend or your worst enemy. And I'm going to pause there and delve a little bit deeper in the next video.